Hi, Megha.
Hi, Ravish. How are you?
I am okay, kind of, and
Mhm.
under the weather today, but I should be
Okay.
okay in a couple of days. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, not bad at all. So the day has been nothing out of the ordinary, but I think that's okay, right? A day without surprises is good.
Yes. Well,
So how is your day going? You said you're feeling a bit under the weather. So are you feeling okay to go ahead with this conversation?
yes, absolutely. Yes, I can. We
Okay.
can have a conversation. Yes.
Okay. So your voice, you have a very baritone voice.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Do you have your own YouTube channel by any chance?
Oh, yes, I do have that. I have
Okay.
recently started my YouTube channel, probably 4, 5 months ago,
Okay.
and
And how is that working for you?
it's okay. It's in the initial stage,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, people are liking, and it's going good so far.
Okay, fabulous. Good for you. So, what kind of videos do you post on your YouTube channel?
What I do is generally I upload all the conversational videos, especially
Mm-hmm.
Clapingo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have not made any change to this, but in the future there has to be a lot of things that has to be changed and
Mm-hmm.
get different kind of videos,
Okay.
not just conversational, but some information as well. So
Okay.
I'm working on it, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, yeah, I should be able to do that some days.
Okay. What is your area of expertise?
Uh, Area of expertise. Do you want to know about the
Mm-hmm.
interest or
Area of expertise, you said later on you want to branch out your content into something that's more diverse, right? You want to make content, you want to diversify your content. So, what will that content be about?
it'll be more towards the spoken English ability, and then
Yeah.
the content related to the conversational
Mm-hmm.
videos and the tips and tricks, how you can communicate properly, and then where you are supposed to work on your conversational skills and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Okay. So, how about voice modulation? Did you learn to speak like this from any institute? Did you take any training for it, or does it come naturally to you?
Uh, I have been working. I'm a working professional. It's been around 10,
Mm-hmm.
11 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I work for a US based company. And then
Okay.
where, yeah, I talk to a number of Americans every day. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one
Mm-hmm.
thing. And then when that comes to the voice modulation, I did
Right.
I did work on that. To be very honest with you, because I wanted to pursue my career, a kind of side hustle into voiceover as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a kind of training for 1 month. I had a meet with the professional, and I somehow underwent a training session as well. So there I a little bit practiced as well, and then on daily basis also I'm doing and learning every day in order to
Okay.
perfect my conversation and yeah, the skills that I'm working on.
Okay. Wonderful. So, you are working as a voiceover artist too.
As I said, like this is my side hustle, so I
Yeah.
have
Side hustle. Right.
yes,
Okay. So,
yes.
wonderful.
So I
How
have
is
not
that
yet dived
working for
into
you?
it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And I'm pretty sure that this is the first time that we are interacting with each other, right?
Yes, I remember. Probably a couple of months ago. I remember like 3.5 months ago, I booked a session with you, and
Uh-huh.
somehow due to the time mismatch, we were not able to connect. That got uh, probably I missed that
Cancelled?
session. Yeah, and
Okay.
then
Okay. Okay.
I tried a couple of times later
Mm-hmm.
on as well, wherein I did not find any slots. So
Mm-hmm.
luckily, I found today. So I thought to have a word with you.
Okay, I'm so glad that we could finally meet without any hurdles, right? So, before we proceed to today's session, I would like to know, do you like to stick to the session material or do you like to have a more general conversation?
Okay, so what is in the session document?
Paranormal activity, anything scary that you might have experienced in your life?
I don't know. I have never experienced as such, but
Never
I
experienced?
love watching the movies. I love I love this genre actually, and I
Okay.
have watched a lot of movies
Hmm.
when that comes to paranormal activities, but I never experienced, and I don't know how good I would be able to talk on this topic.
Right.
So
So you said that you do enjoy watching horror movies, right? So can you
yes,
tell me one movie that completely made you fall off the edge of your seat?
probably The Grudge,
Oh,
and Drag
okay.
Me to the Hell,
Okay.
and the very first time when I watched the Chainsaw Massacre, the
Right.
Texas
Okay.
Chainsaw
Mm-hmm.
Massacre. That was also one of the movies which I really enjoyed. Yeah, and then especially the movies from South Korea. The Korean movies are like anything. I mean, they make such movies so great. Like you it'll bound you to perhaps you know get you into the that situation where you'll feel scared, kind of. Yeah,
Okay, so I have not really jumped on the Korean movie bandwagon as of now. So, but I
okay.
have a lot of friends and family members who are die-hard
Mhm.
fans of those actors, right? And also the
Yeah,
music. I think K-pop has taken over the world by storm, and how, right?
right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's correct.
So, do you ever get nightmares after watching a
A
horror
lot
film?
of times, a lot of times, I get nightmares like anything. Like around my entire dream would be around 75% of my dreams would be
Hmm.
based on this, this horror incidents. I don't know where it comes from,
Yeah.
but yeah, even I was looking at one of the, say, the topics where or probably I would say the research paper, right? And I found that around like 70, 80%, or even beyond that, sometimes people, dream about these horror things. And most of the things, I mean, if you have to segregate all of those, probably
Yeah.
these horror, or say something which scares you a lot, that'll be 90% of your dreams will be of that genre. So
Okay.
yeah, so that probably happens with me a lot of times.
Yeah.
What
Same
about you?
here.
What do you think? I mean, do you see the same thing, or
Right, of course, all the time. So, the reason I started watching horror films was to get over the fear, right? Earlier, I was so scared of watching horror movies, but then I thought, Megha, you need to get over this. It's not good to be, you know, sidelining a particular genre because there might be some fantastic movies in that category as well, right? So, I
right?
made it a habit to watch at least 2 to 3 horror films in a week, and now I don't feel anything at all when I watch it. Maybe a couple of nightmares here and there if the movie has been exceptionally scary, but otherwise I just treat it like any other normal film. So I think I've gotten over it.
Great. Okay.
Okay. So personally, do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe that there are positive and negative spirits around us?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I do believe this. I have never experienced, as I mentioned, but I do believe that happens. Like spirits are there, and bad as well as good, because uh, look, there are so many things that are happening around, and it's just not that you're not getting incidents, not getting the activities observed.
Yes.
That is, today, even wherever you find, you'll get a number of videos. If you go into the further investigation, you'll realize that there is something which is there as a spirit, and then that certainly would let you believe that these things are actually real. So that
Yes.
happens for sure.
True that. So
What do
have
you
you
think? What's your opinion?
I 100% believe in everything. I believe in God. I believe
Okay.
in ghosts. I believe in pretty much everything because think about it. This concept
Hmm.
of ghosts, positive spirits, negative spirits, it's not concentrated in one region. It's not just our country that speaks about it. People from all around the world have stories to tell. So it cannot be that so many people have gone delusional, right? That's not possible.
Exactly.
So somebody might have experienced something that led to this discussion, right? So we cannot dismiss it. So people say it's not backed by science. So I tell them maybe science has not proved it yet, but that doesn't mean we can dismiss it as of now. What if science proves it tomorrow? Then will you believe it? Right? By the
Right.
time, what if it's too late? Right? So I don't believe in it. I don't overthink about these things. Let's say if I'm walking on isolated road, for example. I don't get scared that a ghost is going to come and catch me and all, but it's there in the back of my mind, right? So it's there.
Right. Correct.
So that's how it is. Have you ever met anybody who claims that they have encountered a ghost?
A lot of people, yeah, the
Yeah.
friends, they share their stories saying that,
Yeah.
this has happened with me, and probably
Mm-hmm.
there was something unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I was crossing the road, and all of a sudden, something came up, a figure appeared, and then all of a sudden it got disappeared,
Yeah.
and it was a kind of, you know, he was carried away with it, and probably he made with an accident, so in which he broke his leg. So, when he woke up and looked around, he did not see
Mm-hmm.
anything happening.
Okay.
Anything happened. Yeah, and then then when he further investigated,
Mm-hmm.
that's the incident I'm talking about
Right.
from the Delhi, actually, in
Mm-hmm.
particular,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he was explaining to me that this happened with me, and
Okay.
when I further investigated, I found that these kind of incidents, that are very often
Mm-hmm.
happening every now and then, and people believe like anything. If you go out probably after 12 or say 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the night, and you might face these incidents. So the way he was narrating, I was like really scared, and I found
Yeah.
it intriguing. And I say, okay, then I've told him that if you know any other stories probably that happened
Yeah.
in your lifetime. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I have seen a lot of people explaining, these incidents,
Mm-hmm.
that happen
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So
Right. That was a pretty scary story. It did send chills down my spine. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah. So even I have heard some really scary stories of people playing the Ouija board. You know, there's a game that people play to invoke spirits, right?
okay.
So I have heard a lot of
Yeah.
horror stories related to that particular game, right? So yeah, if somebody were to give you $1 million to spend one night at a haunted house, okay,
Okay.
so would you take this challenge up or would you just say no?
I don't think so. I'll be able to take that. I will be able to accept that challenge because, if you're not alive, the money
Yeah,
it's good for nothing, right?
right.
So I'm sure you must have heard about the Bhangad, right, in Rajasthan.
Bhangad Fort,
It's a
yes,
very
I've
popular
heard of
story,
it. Yeah,
Bhangad Fort. And the people are strictly, asked not to go inside after
mm-hmm.
probably 7 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
And if you do that, you have to take your own risk. And I mean, a lot of stories that are being
Mm-hmm.
talked about the Bhangar, that
Yes.
multiple incidents have happened wherein people
Right.
have lost their lives,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of spirits, they're roaming here and there, and you can hear the noise
Okay.
and the sound and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and that will scare you for sure. So that happened. That is happening again.
Right.
I know there are so many there are so many places in India as well. As I
Yeah.
mentioned, I really like watching all those videos related to ghosts and paranormals.
All the
So I
documentaries.
am kind
Yes.
of interested to talk. Yes. So
Yeah.
so there are so many episodes on Netflix wherein you can go out and watch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really interesting, to
Correct.
watch them. It's just that as long as you do not get scared,
Mm-hmm.
you must go and watch out for those
Right.
videos.
Exactly. So I think Bhangad Fort, that story is pretty well known, and it's forbidden to even shoot there after dusk, right? I think so.
Right.
A lot of people from National Geographic, History Channel, Discovery Channel, I think they tried to shoot documentaries there. Some of them were successful, but I think the rest were told to return back to their native.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Okay. So quite a lot of scary places. I've never been to these places at all. Have you? Just out of
Mhm.
curiosity, have you ever been there?
No, I have never been to those
No.
places. And even the moment I realized that, these are the places, haunting
Mhm.
places, I would certainly not like to go there because
Mhm.
I don't want to experience all those spirits and those scary things. Yeah,
Exactly. So there is enough chaos in life as it is. We don't need external influences.
right, right. Correct.
Absolutely. Okay. So I'm thoroughly enjoying this conversation with you, Ravish. So feedback, I think you might get used to it from all tutors on Clapingo that your English speaking skills are remarkable. Your fluency, your vocabulary, your grammar, I think you know that already. So what is it that you are looking to improve by joining Clapingo? What was the purpose of joining Clapingo?
The number one is I will get an opportunity to talk to a number of professionals,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
number two is that, as I mentioned, I recently started a YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I thought to talk to the people and then you know
Hmm.
get those videos uploaded so that the learners could learn from my mistakes.
But you
Yeah,
don't make any
and
mistakes, trust me. I
there was
think,
these were the motives.
yeah. Okay.
No,
So I understand the intention, I respect it, but
yeah,
you don't make any mistakes. Your language is flawless. At least with this session, I can say that it was flawless. I look forward to more conversations with you in the future. And if you may please tell me about the name of your YouTube channel, I would love to have a
sure,
look at
ma'am.
it.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you for all these kind words that you've spoken about me. I don't know, I mean, if these words are actually for me.
It's for you. It's
But
only
yes,
for you.
coming back to the second point, which is
Yeah.
okay. So the YouTube channel is Talkology. It's Talkology. It's Talkology.
Fine. Thank you so much for sharing that with me.